Hello everybody, Glitch Reaper here. I'm back for some more Thaumic Resurgence 2, and I figured out what I wanted to do for now, other than just waiting and seeing if my stuff actually works on automatic now. Uh, Although, admittedly, because of chunks being loaded and unloaded, I'm not entirely sure if I got everything fully set right now. But hopefully, I can check it and redo stuff after this, because what I want to do is I want to make an Infernal Furnace. Because, well, here's my issue. Now, this isn't as bad as it could be, mind you, but it's still, well, like I could take those out immediately, that's not a problem. But some of this other stuff is in ore form right now, and while there are some other ways I could use of processing ore, I would really like to use an Infernal Furnace for, like, multiple reasons. For one thing, it's also the path to one of my favorite Thaumcraft items, which is also even just by concept alone is one of my favorite Thaumcraft items. I don't think I've ever actually used it before. So I did have a stockpile. A stockpile of Terra crystals in here somewhere. Okay, I guess I did have some of them in excess. So yes. Anyhow, I've always liked the idea of the triple meat treat. I haven't actually had one the whole time, but I think it's about the time that I do, and I'd like to consider it part of my full course meal of Thaumic Resurgence too, so it's definitely going to be the meaty portion. But to do that, I need an Infernal Furnace, because what you need to do is you need to put in meat into it for processing, and you get these little meat nuggets, you add sugar, and you get the triple meat treat, which is very nice, may give you a little buff or two, but that's not really the uh, main thing about it, actually. It's just really nice, and the fact that it's super meaty, so, bon appetit. But the other thing is the Infernal Furnace. It helps you process ores big time, and very quickly. In fact, it's kind of a semi-eternal way to do it. So that's a thing that I can do. I can also get some Arcane Bellows to help it out. And like elemental infused air not only stokes it, but it causes them to very much pure increasing the chance of creating bonus nuggets. So you get like bonuses for using Arcane Bellows. Now the thing is, I can use raw Ignis to power this thing and kind of supercharge it, but that's not entirely necessary. Now, it's supposed to be that anything that goes through it gets smelted, and that if it's not smeltable, it'll be destroyed. But at the same time, sometimes mods don't have their ore registered through the same method, and that doesn't actually connect. So I'm hoping that the ones that I do connect, so that I can get lots of good stuff from it. Like I can get, say, processing for all of my my specialty ores in general. But one of the big things is when you go mining in one of the cavern dimensions, you get a lot of magnite. It's a good material in a lot of ways, but it does need processing. So unlike Hexkite, which comes out as a gem, you still need to process magnite into an ingot. So that's totally a thing. So yeah, I'm going to have to do that. It shouldn't take too long, but there is another little note. I need to go a little old school on this in terms of the methods of but I fell, but I'm okay. In terms of making it, because I'm going to need a little Salus Mundus. Because the thing is, the wand I was using is not entirely here right now, because the mod that did that has restructured and split it into a separate mod. So it's no longer Thaumic Restoration has the magic wands. There's a different one that's actually called Thaumic Wands that does the wands. So it's now a separate mod. So if I go back to, see, was it under Artifice? Or was it under the Basics? It was under Fundamentals, which is the Basics. I'm not entirely sure how it's going to work now because they've redone things. Like, seriously redone things. So, like, you can get the various pieces using, like, your caps, kind of like the old school way of doing it from back in the day. And you can use this and charge it up with this and stuff. So it's getting some of that old Thaumcraft 3-ish feel to it. Well, 3 and 4. Well, I'd say probably more 4. But yeah, it's going like, well, definitely older than 5. But you know what I mean. There's been so many generations of Thaumcraft. Anyhow, that's just going to be something I'm going to check into later as to how to redo that. But for now, I'm making an Infernal Furnace, which will require a magic structure. I need 12 nether bricks, 12 obsidian, 1 iron bars, which is always weird to say because it calls it iron bars even if you only have a single one, and a bucket of lava. The bucket of lava will not actually remain as a bucket of lava, it will actually be poured in. So that's a different story. Okay, so getting some obs, some nether bricks, and the other stuff. I'm pretty sure I've scanned in iron bars at some point, because anytime I have Project D and I run into iron bars, having to smash through them in a stronghold, I haven't scanned in nether brick as the block yet. I'm very surprised about that one, though. Like, seriously. Okay. Whatever. I mean, that doesn't happen to me very often. So let's do that again. New search. Okay, there we go. But yeah, as I was saying, whenever I go to a stronghold, I'll always smack the ones at the end and grab the bars. Also, some other mods add structures with them, including actually Thaumcraft. Because I could have sworn that the type of dungeon that it adds happens to have them in the front. So, yeah, that's totally a thing. Ah, I have it all lined up nicely. Okay. Now, where to put my Infernal Furnace? Do I feng shui it here? Do I put it just relatively close? Because this would be kind of major processing in a way. But the same. And if I orientate it right, I should be able to access it pretty quickly. Yeah, I could probably just put it right about here. Yeah, that seems fairly good. Because I'll want it nearby for my other stuff, for Thaumic Research. Because you never know what all you're going to need to process. Okay, so big plus sign of obsidian on the bottom, with the corners being those. Go up a bit, make sure there's lava in the middle, and the topmost part is empty, and that's the side that will eventually be facing outward and where your stuff will be ejected. It will totally eject it. Okay, so plus sign of obsidian here. Okay, go up a bit with that. And I think I do that here, here, here. Okay, so there. Yep, not you. Buttons. We've talked about this before. Like, please don't do this to me, buttons. Okay, so the iron bars go here. There's also... Oh, come on, you. Be cool. Place where I want you. Okay. Put that there. Place last obsidian here. And sprinkle, sprinkle. There we go. And now it has a nice fire demon-y face to greet you. Going, hey, I want your items so I can spit them out over here. Wait, did I ever make a Nah, I did not make that in advance. Okay. I was just wondering if I'd made a hungry chest. Because they're, like, stupendously useful. Also, let me see here. I'm wondering, is it under alchemy or artifice? No. Maybe it's under golemancy? Ah, there we go. Brain in a jar. Is that... Okay, this is a minor infusion. I might have the stuff for this, actually. Or at least mostly. And if not, I could always throw some stuff in and smelt it down. Because I would like to have a brain in a jar for this. And that means I might actually... I mean, if it was just a problem with that one recipe, then my infusion altar should actually pull this off. In fact, I should probably clear it and grab some of the stuff before I do this. Because if I can get a brain in a jar, then the experience that this produces, which is very much how a furnace produces experience for every operation, will be able to handle it. Because if I have a brain in a jar, it'll take the experience that comes by, just whatever it happens to be, and it'll absorb it into itself, and you can take it back. So you can use it as an experience battery. Or experience storage in general. Come on. Be cool with this, Windows. Windows has had some weird things with mouse sensitivity in recent years. Again, it's not just me. Trust me. I've seen people having some serious issues with this. It's a thing. Some sort of update just cracked everything, and now a lot of us are dealing with it. Okay, I have plenty of senses, which is one of the ingredients I'm going to need anyhow. Because if I can't infuse that, I can probably still infuse this. Okay, so I return you into there. Wow, okay, that's an interesting spot for you there. Okay, so brain in a jar, which would make this operation just much smoother. Okay, zombie brain, warded jar, a couple of spider eyes, a water bucket, some cognito, exanimus. Now the census I will already have here. That's good. That's very good. Okay, so census, power of sensory. Yes, you are good in there. Humanus you were needed for the other recipe, but that other recipe ain't working, so we'll figure it out. Okay, so I'll get a few of the things that I need here. I needed 2 spider eyes, a zombie brain, a warded jar, just a normal one, not one of the fancier ones. Was there anything else that I needed? Come on, you. Don't do the super click thing on me. Oh, a bucket of water. Okay. That's fine. In fact, bouquet. Thank you. Okay. So, let's get some of this arranged. I think the zombie brain goes in the middle. The bucket of water should be kind of this way. The 2 of these go kind of on the sides, if they'll let me. And warded jar on the top, I think. Let me check that. Yeah, I needed to switch those 2 around. Fair enough. Doing that gently enough to not trigger that double is very difficult, might I add. Very, very difficult. It is really, really wanting you to do that. So hard. Like, you cannot imagine how much Windows has gone tweaky with that. Like, super unbelievably tweaky. Just the jankest of tweets. Or tweaks. Tweaks, not tweets. Do I look like I'm on Twitter? No. I'd rather not be. Although I do have some motivation to be. I'm just thinking about it right now. Do I really want to tweet? I don't know if I really feel like it. But I think that means the answer is no. Okay, let me see here what I'll just put you over there and not worry about it. Okay, now what did I need out of the actual aspects? Because I know I have senses covered. That's over there. And I know it's more than enough. Like, way more than enough. Senses, yes. Exanimus and Cognito. Or Cognitio. Okay. Let's look around here. Okay. Because I need my aspect that itself already looks like a brain. Which is kind of funny because that's brain in a jarception. I mean, if you really think about it, it's already, in essence, like a brain in a jar. Just with the aspect. And then you put more of it in a jar. And then it becomes a serious brain in a jar. How could I not have any cognitio right now? Like, seriously? I'm out? Did I burn it all on something? Oh, I think I remember what I burned it on. Or what I rather used it on. Wouldn't exactly call it a burn. It might be over here. Close, but not quite. That's the wrong aspect. That's my mechanist stuff. So therefore, it's not the one to get. Maybe it's over here. Aha! Aha. Now, how much did I need? Because that says I got 33. 25. Okay, I'm good. It's good for a one-shot. Remember, no fire there. Ha ha ha. I replaced you with Nitor. Okay, so Cognitio, and cut that out. Cognitio, Exanimus, and Sensus. Okay, so I need Exanimus. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I have a ton of that. I processed so much rotten flesh for something other than Exanimus and got that as a side effect. So I wound up having way too much, actually. Just a huge amount. Well, not like way too much, because that would have overloaded my system, but you know what I mean. Okay. I'm pretty sure these will all be within range. The system should register all this. So let me put that there. And let me put this here. That's pretty close, but just making it a little more symmetric because of the way things do things this way and that way, etc., which means this may or may not go down the way I plan. So we'll have to see about this. But I want a brain in a jar. It's not necessarily that big of an ask. Yeah, I think I need my caster's gauntlet. That would definitely be a thing I probably need. Because using your caster's gauntlet with a total blank in terms of casting focus is usually how you engage this thing, which I find weird in a way. Why can't you just click it with yourself? Thank you. But no, it doesn't want to do it that way. Okay. You see, I had this last time. It did not do it last time. It did not complete. So I know it has to be just that recipe. Ouch. Study infusions with... I have you absurdly stabilized. Can you see all these... Oh, you. give me the ability to... Oh no. That... It shouldn't have been that unstable. It should not have been that unstable. I have a lot of candles around here. Oh, it broke some of the candles. Like, seriously? I can't do this quick enough. You went over here. Stay on. Okay, that time I think it took it. Oh, it knocked it off again. It shouldn't be that unstable. Like, seriously. Yeah, can I place a block or something? Come on, not that quick. Can't. There you go. I think so. Nope. It's not displaying what I need to replace entirely. It's just doing things. I need something to tell me what I need to replace, because I can't always see it. So I'm not sure what order it got rid of it with. Okay, I can kind of guess, though. Maybe it lost the brain. Maybe it poofed it the wrong way. Yeah, it knocked it off again. Hey, you... Yeah, come on. Windows? Oh, at least it did it a nice way down. This is way more unstable than it should be. Like, way more unstable. I shouldn't have to research instability to... Oh, I'm gonna get blasted. Which is very weird, because this is not supposed to be this unstable. Okay, maybe I need to give it a couple more spider eyes. This is way past the point that it should have done everything perfectly fine. Oh, the zombie brain went over here. Oh, come on, don't blast me out because I'm just trying to... Because I need to recover now. Just take that nicely while I try to recharge here, because I can't let this thing do this. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Just let me take care of it. Just let me do this nicely. I won't have to take some very dramatic shortcuts later. If you frustrate me, I will have to do things in an alternative fashion. Just saying. Need to recover again. Wow, that has some range. I need to... Oh, come on. I may have to be back and just do some things. Because I need that. I really do a lot more than I need to actually do the process. I keep throwing things everywhere. Uh-oh. Bad weather might be surging at this time. Yeah, I'm not sure if you heard that, but I may need to get off very quickly. And I don't think that lag spike is going to be my only problem. But wow, it zapped me way over here. Like I need some additional protection. Ugh, because those warp effects were part of it, but still. Don't know if it's still going on over there, but the thing is, I don't think I can correct for it after it really starts having problems. I'd have to maybe just start over with the extra ingredients, kind of, or at least with a lot of ingredients. Oh, come on. Don't lag me right now. Don't do that thing. Because I need to see if I could get back to the process, because I do have the zombie brain that got knocked off. So, yeah, I might be able to continue it. I don't know if it's still going on or what. But it might still be going on. I don't know. If it is, I might be able to save the process, but at this point it might be like, never mind. Just do some stuff off screen. and come back later with it. It might be to that point already. But I don't think so. It shouldn't have been that unstable. I mean, it's not the particularly high order version, one of those. Well, kind of. I mean, Brain in a Jar is it's again, it's not really that problematic normally. That one just decided no, because you haven't researched instability, oddly enough, even though you've made it fairly stable, we're not going to count it that way because you haven't researched it yet, which is very weird. But I suppose that's a thing. Would it be under fundamentals or fusion stabilization? Okay, so there is the research, darn research there. So you do have to research that before you can boost the stability, even if that's not really that unstable of one. It makes it more unstable than it really is because of the research hook. So that's the problem. you get toasted, and I try putting you over here. Put you on a different one then. Can you please just take the item? No, it's refusing to do so. So you have to do something wrong to get it right. Even if you've got the stabilization way past where it should be. That is extremely irritating. I don't think I've dealt with this problem before, but usually I had a lot of that other research done and I went other directions. So, yeah. Now, where did the brain teleport to? Do I need to just give it another one? Because usually it gets just displaced. I'd like to get it to work. Even with that whole issue, I'd like to just get this to work this one time. That way I don't have to do lots of stuff later. It may or may not be not entirely within the normal book. Maybe it already got the brain. Maybe it needs the... Maybe it needs the bucket of water. Maybe it took the water without using the water. So let's see what it needs. Maybe it wasn't that. Maybe it was. It's just way too unstable without the research. Be back on for now. Look for the... And the bucket is not here. Okay. So 2 spider eyes again, because maybe it needs both back on. There's the water. Just got that. Thing is, I can't really give it any more energy. At least not right immediately. Come on, register over. It's not gonna let me. I'm gonna have to do this a bit more forcefully. I can tell it's not gonna be cool about it. Why isn't that letting me replace it? Yep. Ugh, oh gosh. It also apparently lag spikes like crazy sometimes whenever it's just doing this process. See, that should be fine. But it's not letting me go further. Nope, nope. Okay, just punch the abyssal zombie, which is otherwise known as an abyssal ghoul. So casual punch to that guy, and he goes away. But this problem, however, is persisting. And on top of that, some of this is getting through my warp protection. I just wanted one brain in a jar. Was that too much to ask? Apparently the answer is yes. According to the book, it shouldn't really have that much instability, but because of the way it forces you to research it first, it's not letting me. Because it should only be moderate. I've got this thing pretty stable in terms of like candles. I mean, you see all these candles I've got here? It's more than enough. That is just not accepting anything, so I may have to may have to accept that it's not going to let me pull it off this time. It looked like I was trying that time. Ouch. And on top of that, it keeps blasting nymphs. It's also randomly, and now my inventory is full because it's blasted too many nymphs. Ouch. Too much, too much. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can turn it off. Just get this thing later. Okay. That shut it down. You just do that. And now I can put you back on top. Where did I put that? Oh, there's that dirt block I keep reusing. Gonna need to use it again. This was way more than the rating for instability would indicate. But apparently you need to do things a bit differently. I'm okay with that. I just will wind up enforcing that this gets done later. Because one way or another it's going to happen. I'm going to get that brain in a jar. Okay, so it's already repaired since I got the block back in place. That's good. Huh, wow, that was a weird angle. Say, hey, Nymph, can you help me out for a little while? Oh. It roasted, Creeper. Okay, Nymph, can you help me out now? Because I needed a recharge after that, because that was a bit of an experience. Thank you. Thank you, Nymph. I appreciate you. You're really helpful. Okay, so that was a bit of a problem, but... now that that infusion issue is over, at least I know that I'll need to get some research done to get that to actually work. I don't think that's what caused the other thing not to even start, though. I think that may have been something else. But I'll try that again later, too. So I'll have to do a few little experiments, probably off-screen. But in terms of other experiments... Okay. You showed up. Thank you very, very much, Interdiction Torch. You know, I think I might be one of the few who actually makes good use of those things. Because I don't really see many people doing that very often. I mean, it's there, it's useful, and that's still doing the thing. But at the same time, I don't see many people really using interdiction torches properly. Okay, now, in terms of how this is supposed to work, let's get to that part first. You throw in your ores into this little area here. And then it checks them out over here. Does it pretty quickly, too. So while it's doing that, I might as well get some... Admittedly, I've done this to myself. I've made a maze work of things. Ah, here's a nugget. See? That part works. I need to check out what was the recipe for Arcane Bellows, because I do want to pump it up a bit. That would make it a lot nicer. See, Arcane Bellows? Bellows? Where are you, Bellows? There's a hungry chest that I was thinking of having. Okay. I can make that later. Now I'm looking for the Arcane Bellows. Is it under... Wait, here's the Arcane Bellows. Okay, 2 leather, 4 planks, and iron, and an air vis crystal? Okay. Okay. See here. That was weird. Should have engaged in the middle there. But it did not. What, 0 available? Have I drained it that far? Well, it is burning like crazy over here. So maybe... I mean, this started out as a rich chunk. I have done a lot of work over here. Whether or not I need to be on the move or not is a whole other story. But yeah, I've done a lot of work over here, admittedly. Yeah, so I can see how it's come to that. And this is also why I wanted the hungry chest, because it'll take it right there. Of course, there's more than one way to do it, and you can see I'm getting experience, which is why I wanted the brain in a jar. But we can always just go old school. I mean, it demands so many of these hoppers along the way anyhow, so might as well. If you're only processing a couple of different things, not gonna worry about it too much. See, you could dump it right into the hopper. As long as it's right out the front and next to it. So my Bellows won't be available until the Vis recovers from just burning like crazy using the Infernal Furnace. That's kind of intense. Yeah, I may have overloaded this poor chunk with work. This is a total classic. Don't know how long it'll take before it's finally done, but yikes. Because the Bellows will make it more efficient. So, yeah, I totally need the Bellows to be able to work. Because you put the Bellows on these little areas here. And then you could give it some nice turbocharging. Although, might also take some other special work, but I mean, it can happen. It can happen. Were you finally done? Nope. There's, well, again, cut that out. I think it's finally done. I think yeah, come on. Can't always put things in positions where it's gonna avoid that. Okay, I think it's done. Which means my Vis should be returning into this area. After a while, it was super drained. Oh dear. Maybe I should go... Is there a way to produce a parrot? Because I have a way of generating this. I just need some parrots. Because you can kind of replenish the power of this in an area by using parrots. It's from a very special mod called Parrot Power. I put that in here for that reason. I don't know if I got anything else in here that can recharge the aura. So there is that. Let's see, is there anything... Flux concentrator, I could pull it out of there. Wait, Totemancy? Maybe. But I don't think that's what I really... oh. Oh, I could actually make a Void Anvil. The Infinite Anvil. Of course, I have better ways of doing that, but still, it's a thought. Push alchemy. Yep. Yeah, I'm looking for something to replenish the aura. These probably are not it. Okay. Aura replenishment, please. Aura power. Nope. Nope. Not getting there. Doesn't look like I have anything particularly set to do that. At least not right now. None of that sounds like what I need. Wait. Wasn't this something about... Ah, this could be useful. I knew I researched this for a reason. So I could put a crucible into a crucible with enough aspects. I can create an alkahest vat, which apparently has the power to dissolve objects back into the vis. So I can throw things in there and give this place a recharge. Yeah, that's why I researched that a while back. I kind of did a big frenzy some time ago, so I may have forgot half the things that I did. Wow, you are still absurdly drained. Because 0 available is, like, horribly bad. In fact, I'm wondering why I haven't had a massive flux event yet. Of course, it could just take it a while to go from one chunk to another and get into here. So, there's that. Because it does flow from chunk to chunk over time. It's just not recharged for a while. Okay, so I know some of my further goals is to get something, or maybe more than one thing, to recharge the vis around here, because I need to give back. I've taken too much from this region. It is getting thoroughly drained. And evidence of it literally telling me it's been thoroughly drained. Like, it says, nothing left, sir. So I know I need to do that. And I also need to apparently do some other minor research here and there to get things working. So I have a couple of goals, but I do have my Infernal Furnace for processing. It just seems to have caused a bit of a problem. Yeah, this area is looking at least low. At least lower than there. It has pulled in pretty quickly, so we'll see more of that later. But, yeah. Okay, anyhow, I'll be logging off for now. Hope to hear from y'all later. And bye for now, everybody.